G'day! Today we are continuing on fighting for survival in Oxygen Not Included. Thank you to, I think it's just pronounced Peter, for pointing out that I asked the gyps to bottle up all the water that was remaining in my reservoir. Luckily, what they do with those bottles is just drop them into that bottle emptier, so I guess if we just ask them to sweep that up, they'll at least sort of put the water back where it belongs. Guess at the end of that one, it must have been so low. I just thought it was a spill as opposed to my actual water supply. So not great. Okay, so just a quick reminder of where I'm at with this. So I believe I set it so that one of these guys currently isn't. No, he's pumping up there. That's right. So we've now got it that this guy is pumping, skipping that guy. So he's just using. Why have you stopped though? Right, he's underwater at the moment. So the urgency is that he gets... that's right. So he needs that vent built so that he can continue to push through water, slowly cooling it down. Because currently the water he is getting is hotter than what we need. And this guy is doing nothing but just pumping... doing nothing but pumping dirty water. But that's also getting lower. You can see that we're getting quite low with our dirty water thanks to our setup down here, where these two guys are pumping in dirty water, but we've also stopped that. What was my plan for stopping that? Right, it's just that that stops as long as there's too much water in this tank, which I'm happy to sit with as a sort of the logic here. Alright, cool. So we can see that this guy's now going all the way up there. Very optimistic that I thought that it may ever even reach that level. Like, I suppose that it's as... No, because even at here we would start to flood down that ladder. So definitely as high as we can possibly go there. Now, the other thing that I did say in the last one was my wish to have more steam vents, and our friend of the channel, Late Jones, pointed out that if you just look for these Neutronium points here, then that hint for where they are. And he did point out two of them. He said one that was 15 tiles left, 15 tiles up, which is, I'd say, those ones there. And then he said another one that's about 25 tiles right and 5 down. So I'd say that's that one there. So you can dig them out, but what was the other cheeky hint you gave here? It was... There's another way. Click on it and mark it as red emergency priority, and you can then get a cheeky insight into it by hovering your cursor over the alert. Well, do we want to do that, or do we just want to live dangerously? I think we'll go dangerously. Because, I mean, feels like that's everything that we've done. So, let's find out what this is, and let's find out what that is. That one's in a much more dangerous spot, so let's think about how we want to approach these. I think the idea of digging around them is definitely a nice idea of a safeguard. Like, say, we'll put 2 layers of this one, our insulation. Words aren't coming to me strongly today. Let's go grab this guy, we'll go that, and we'll say to dig. Let's go a wide berth. So we'll go down here. And then we'll dig across and dig up there. Then what we'll do is we'll say to dig out that 2 there and that there. Stop for a second. Let me think about this. I was planning on using this to have water filtered down. So if I dig out this spot here, there's going to be a basement to this area. Same goes for that. Unless this becomes water or something. I'm going to cancel this for a second. Rethink that. I think that possibly we'll go another way, and we'll just dig from the top here. So let's go copy ladder, and we will come down from here. No. Come down just the far side here. We won't go that much deeper this time, though. Just drawing that for sense of size, and then go across. That won't be high enough. So I think that what we'll do is I'll cancel that as well. Cancel all of that, because that will just be a dig. Dig 2 across there. And then we will dig 2 across there. And then dig out that ladder. That. How was our... So we've got all that water working its way down. I've got that to a point that I can sort of break it free. I think what I want to do up here is copy this across. Does it even need to? I just basically want to dig that one out. Can't reach that, so we'll just go for that one. Cancel that. The idea being that we sort of... It's going to rip through one spot through the middle and hopefully get into that right gap. Exactly like that. Although I suppose we need to dig out that one to allow this little section to get out. So let's dig out that as well. I don't know about digging this one out. May as well. Once those are out, they can hop over there and get those ones. What we'll do as well is I'll build that ladder. I was going to say I'll build that straight up, but that doesn't much matter because people aren't coming through this way. They're coming across that way, so they'll go down and across either way. Still our boy Stinky, the one getting down there to do the dirty work. Stinky. We can see here too that the we're still getting more and more full here. Is that guy taking anything, or is it still just this guy? So do they hold 150? Yeah, he holds 150. So this guy's just starting his one. So that's still not completely empty, so our storage size still seems justifiable. Okay, so the other question is this guy. So what's going to be the safe way to check out what's going on here? Because he hugs right against that ladder. I feel like what we're going to have to do is move that ladder. So let's copy this. A lovely plastic ladder that takes us all the way to the bottom. We're going to put that there. And what we'll do is we'll build a wall that sort of runs from about here. Constant flow of liquid down here. Alright, so if that's pumping there, that means that this is just sort of clearing a bit more. It's moving enough so that's not pressuring. So look it out. Talk to me about the temperature that's actually getting through there. It's still 32 degrees, so it's quite hot. The water that is coming through for that second pass. Which does mean that we are... Well, this guy's actually moving, and he's pushing some water through. So there we go. He's finally seeing some water, so there's tiniest bit of movement. there, which does mean that this is freeing up a little bit. I mean, the fact that that's taking anything means that this guy can continue to pump a bit more constantly without this guy um, blocking his ability to pump through that way. So, progress. Tiniest little bit of progress. What's the temperature getting through there of water? 21 degrees or so. That's good. It's just that this guy, poor guy at the top, he's just stuck having to deal with hot water. But the more he pumps through, the cooler it hopefully should get. Obviously, this guy's adding even more hot water to it. But once we've got rid of the majority of the polluted water, that we can have both of these lower pumps going, I can get rid of that guy, then they'll sort of be doing a much better job of like cooling water and then putting it through. I mean, in theory, we could have like a thermo tuner that's set down here that this water has to run through as well to get up. You still have to consider building my steam turbine for this guy down the bottom too. Although also that's dirty. Who made a mess? I don't know why you're making a mess there. So happy too, mate. Irrigation's our problem. What are we missing? Water, of course. Alright, well, I mean, thanks for trying to help there, Turner. But I mean, that definitely says that I should be lowering the requirements of my water, at least temporarily. Let's up it to 28. And that goes for you two. I mean, I think that's still not going to get it passed for him, but we obviously need a food supplier. I was thinking as well, one of the achievements, I think, in this game, I think it was an achievement. Let's have a quick look at the summary. One of the ones that isn't grayed out. Have auto sweepers complete more deliveries to machines than dupes over 5 cycles. So I was thinking that if I put a... because the biggest problem I had when I first looked at robotics was that there wasn't enough of a long run of stuff for them to deal with. But I mean, there's this farm here that I could set like a robot at the end of. He could go take care of business. I was thinking we could have a look at that. Oh, we don't really want any one of that. Do we want a shine bug just flying around annoying people? Do it. Add a little bit of character. Okay, so they're slowly getting there. They're really eager to build that. So, since the pipe's there too, we can probably just get straight onto that insulation. Let's go. What do we think about there? Still, I mean, look how filled up that is. It's heaps that we're gaining here. What is happening here? Oh, it's because that pipe's so permanently full. This guy can't even like get gas out. Interesting. I kind of need to set up some sort of system to allow this guy to get gas, or have I broken a system there? Talk to me, gas pump. Okay, so what pipe's blocked? So this is actually more a problem that... So that's not them. This pipe's blocked? Okay, so they're... Now, whatever happened to... Why... Is this working? That isn't working. Okay, so... Let's get this to cut straight across the base. We want to go there, gas bridge, flip around. Down, up. Done. Now, I mean, really, I would say that's a massive priority, but genuinely only because I want this room not to mass out. But, what did I say to build that with? Ceramic. Was that right? Why are we doing it with ceramic? Cancel that. Can I just build over the top of what I've asked for? Definitely doesn't need that level of stability, I don't think. I don't think it gets anywhere hot enough. Okay, that's starting to get a little bit better. Are our crops coming back? Not yet. But there's water at least moving through that pipe. That liquid's still only 17 degrees, so we're not destroying it too, like our integrity of the heat of our water too badly there. Quick check on this guy. So you're getting close to your 500. We're not there yet. Checking down on this guy. Great, we've done our build. Nasty looking polluted oxygen down there. So let's go. Copy that. And let's run. Those two. I think they should be able to get through 2 layers in before we let's actually go up those two. Cancel those two, and basically we'll just have a ladder that runs up that side to allow them to do that. We'll also dig out that. We'll cancel that, I guess. That, build up that way. That's why I'm cutting out that roof. And then we'll copy that and just dig that as 2 spots there. Sort of our entry point into our closed off little area. I'm still delivering ceramic there. Did I not, like, get there quick enough to make that clear that's not what we want? Okay. But the good news is, until I get rid of that cabling out and change it to igneous rock, for a brief moment there, this moved. I got that facing the wrong way. Oh, it's just waiting for that one to be corrected. And go now. Alright, why have we stopped? What have I missed there? It's definitely pointing the right way. But just because there's gas pipe further on that hasn't yet been built that it's not happy. Do you think it does do that sometimes? Is that still ceramic? I thought I'd... You were not listening. I'm gonna have to go through and cancel it a whole bit. Apparently we found ceramic somewhere. I guarantee that some of this pipe is also going to be so dodgy that I'm going to have to sort of correct it into ceramic anyway. Oh, that's using standard, so good work getting it built. Now build it again. So the question then is there any point to this? Like, which I don't think there is. I don't think I need to keep any of this gas. So what we'll do is we will deconstruct that pipe there. Oh, yeah. We'll just deconstruct that one for now. We'll sort of allow that for the rest of this to potentially just sort of push itself out. I won't remove that that sort of piping though, because potentially something could from the bottom could come up and also use that sort of way to get gas out. But hopefully with that moving, we'll now see this room start to move gas again. Also explains why this was backing up so much, because we just weren't using gas at all either. They're still merrily going along. This is now built. Okay, so phase 2 for this one is that I think we go up here. I guess we want a wall on this side of it. So we'll build 2 layers under it, and to get there we'll dig 2 under that. We'll also cancel, we don't have to come that far out I don't think. We'll copy and build 2 layers up like that. I think that's our initial design here. We'll cancel the build of those 2 because that'll be our... Oh no, we want a ladder in I suppose beside it, so our ladder in will be there. Copy those 2. Ladder there, and that also allows people to get on top of that and do that build. And then we'll also say dig out those ones. That inside one's unreachable. Makes sense. Wasn't sure if once you build one you could possibly get on the inside, but that's okay. What we'll do is we'll basically build the outside. We can work our way in, and then they can sort of do that if they can survive whatever thing we're failing there. Why this guy didn't suffer anywhere near as much in terms of how much? Is it just that he's not being operated as constantly? I thought they would be. This is still very bare minimum. Some plants are alive, others aren't. Let's have a look at automation. Not automation. Is it a utility? Where do my robots come from? It's been so long since I've built anything. Shipping? Auto sweeper? It was an auto sweeper that I needed, right? Auto sweepers complete more deliveries to machines than duplicates. So to machines. Well, that's the part that I'm a bit unclear on there. So what does it mean if I have a... It sucks up nearby debris. So basically, it's what within an area. Well, I guess let's build a test one. Find out what how it works. So it looks like there's more water in that tube, but I realize that's not our actual water supply tube. This is our water supply tube. That's our cooling water. This guy's pumping water up as well. Let's do a quick one. So the water in those pipes is at 32. So this guy here is pumping through water that's still quite hot. I don't really want to bring 32-degree water into the base. This guy's sort of going at a pretty constant movement. So we'll just have a look at the insulated pipe once something passes through there. So you can see that's still going at about 17 degrees. So the 28 isn't really impacting what he's putting in there anyway. The water down there is about 44 degrees. I mean, I don't know how it's getting down to 17. Almost done. I mean, that's also declared... Oh, I suppose it's just unreachable because no one's got around to building that ladder. I would say we can find out what's going on in there. Another big reveal for the end of this. I don't think we'll get to 2 big reveals because ages off that one. Now the other thing was the temperature overlay. So you can find them by making it cold. So we can see we've got another one right there. Do a quick scan around the base to see if we've got any more. That one there too. Guess we've got 2 relatively close, or 2 more relatively close. So let's have a dig for them as well. This guy's sitting in a weird spot for what's going on around him. But let's sort of design a little build around him too. So I'll do that 2 group as the universal symbol of something's hot here. Let's uproot those plants. And dig through the bottom there. That guy as well. We probably want this to go up to about there. And we'll leave our entrance on this one. Same spot, just there, so water's not just sort of dripping into it. On that same logic too, we don't really want water dripping into it at any point, so if we just go a little sort of path away where that water's going to come down. Already got water in there. It's all just sort of moving around though, finding its footing. And where did I say the other one was? It's just up here, wasn't it? Yep, there. Okay. So, our international symbol for we don't know what this is. that, followed by that, followed by that, followed by removing that one, adding these two, figuring out how we get over there. So I guess it's just this ladder system over here. We wander them across. Destroy whatever this dust cap is. Alright, so we got 4 to find out what they are. So I realize I haven't built a door either, so let's do that. Let's put a manual airlock in right there. Yeah, let's take some coal. I appreciate that he can sort of try and sneak in and get as many of those underneath as he possibly can. But reckon it is time for our big reveal. So let's dig out that, see what we've got. So we've got our door. Let's find out what monster we've unleashed in under door number 1. Why is that saying that's unreachable? Can you not get to this point? No, you can't because I've built that wall. Okay. Let's deconstruct that and that. Polluted water vent. Alright. So that's a pretty good one. He's pushing water out basically right in the path of where we had all this water sort of terminating down to. So it probably means that it doesn't look like it's that hot either. Polluted water, 30 degrees. Great. Alright, so what we'll do is we can sort of keep its little base there, but we will dig out, deconstruct that wall to begin with. But what we'll do is we'll work out a way to have this water here, so we can probably keep working on that now as well. This water here can run down. I'm going to put... Is that too hot? Oh, they're okay to walk in that. Okay. I'm just going to copy a tile, and I'm going to put that there just so that water doesn't get wasted just at the back. You can go up there. This water can run down this hill into this tank, which will expand down into this tank, which will also include this, and we'll move this liquid pump to the bottom, giving us even more water than we already need. Alright, so that makes tank 1 a success. Tank 2 and 3 here are starting on their way. Now this one doesn't actually have any sort of current safety from the elements, so let's build that. Cancel those two, I don't think they need to be there. And then we'll just grab a... where was the door? Like a door there, and then this guy Have a door there. And how is this one looking? Similarly, we'll work out a door for him. Top there. Won't worry yet, but watch me not worry about it now and then forget about it later. So let's just go door there, door there. Alright, well that takes us to the end of this one. Hopefully next time we get to find out what our final reveals are. We've got, I mean, has the water issue been solved? Absolutely not. But, at least moving water. Why are you not pumping water? Let's have a quick look at what your situation is. So you're pumping water down to here. You've lost power. Your power cable's overheating, are they? Make them out of steel. I guess you've just reached the point where you're finally cooking with gas and the build temperature was not ready for it. So, alright, we'll have him ready to go. Alright, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.